Last night was ugly. If you're watching the show at a bar at some point during the day on one of our many ways to watch this program, this is one. Order a shot. Take the shot. This was a how do I feel better about this on this Friday morning / afternoon / wherever you're watching it. Now the Broncos, the good part of it between the Raiders and the Broncos, it was an AFC bout, so those games are meaningful in the win-loss column. Broncos now 8-2. I cannot fully dismiss that. We're going to give them some love. Past a couple things in a minute, but. This was ugly. Ooh, this was a migraine as a fan of football. 9 drives, Ed Rooney, in which they did not record a first down last night. More penalties, 11 penalties, no way. 11, that's insane. More penalties than they had first downs in this game. Nope, not a recipe. Maybe it is a recipe for winning. Who cares if they won? I don't know how I feel about this. It was so sloppy, painfully so. The penalty is the biggest root cause of why this looked so bad. And what I'd be most annoyed about if I was in the locker room, in the coaches' offices, as a fan, they're getting into these sitches where they're behind the sticks. I've sort of talked about this kind of all season long. Not how I want this to go. Not how they're built to play, to outlast opponents, to be decisive in these wins. Broncos lead the entire league in offensive penalty yards on first and second down. That's gotten them into more third and 11s than one would care to imagine or dream, more than anybody in the NFL. That has in turn, of course, ipso facto, what so have you, carry the one. That contributes to them leading the league in 3-and-out drives. Their average yards to go on third down is 7.6 yards. That's the most, as you can see there on this beautiful graphic. Especially bad when you consider their running backs are averaging 5.2 yards per carry on first and second down. That ranks tops in the league. If you're that efficient running the ball on early downs and you still get into this many third and longs, riddle me that. The jig is up. I don't get it. The talent is there, which does give me hope that this can be fixed. Penalties, fixable. If they cut those out, if you cut that by half and you just have like 5 or 6 a game, then we will be more favorable, and there will be more favorable down situations and distances because of that run game that we just touted, which of course helps the passing game. It all makes sense, but I'm not saying this is an excuse for Bo. He absolutely has to be better if they're going to beat the Chiefs next week and continue this run to win the division. I'm just saying, I think he will be when this unit as a whole cuts out some of the nonsense that we saw last night. And I'm sure there's reasons deeper than it. These are just my thoughts a couple hours after the game. That being said, the defense is sexy. 8-2, and the defense continues to buy the offense time to figure it out, to get going, to work out whatever's happening. Even without Patrick Surtain, I think that really means something. Confidence-wise, this pass rush is entering all-time legendary territory. They had another 6 sacks last night. Sexy 6 sacks. Look at this. The Broncos averaging more sacks per game than any team in the last 39 seasons. The third most ever in a single season. Nick Bonito, complete game wrecker again last night. He's up to 9.5 on the year. The sacks are coming from everywhere. Nightmares, hellscape. 16 different Broncos. 16 sexy sacks. 6 last night. 6 sacks last night. 16 dudes getting to the quarterback is elite level. That is legendary stuff. I don't know that I mean, you guys tell me. I'm sure you've seen something like this. I can't remember us seeing anything like this. And if they keep this up, and then you get Patrick back, maybe just in time for taking on Patrick, this is great. We've seen teams with offenses that look a little sloppy-woppy make the Super Bowl, go on Super Bowl runs with great, stout, legendary defenses. I'm not giving the offense love right now. So that's where I'm leaving it. I'm not gonna accept that this offense will be that bad. And I do want to put that out there. Let's take a look at the winds of change. Oh, here they come. Winds of change in the AFC West. Broncos now the co-favorites. Yes, FanDuel, the overlords, changing the odds to win the division at plus 130. First time they've been favored all season, by the way. Chargers had been briefly, but not the Broncos until this morning. 8-2 plus 130 there. Raiders plus 30,000. I feel like we don't need to put that on the graphic when it's that sad.